Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to another episode of Sakura Gamer. More time passes. The three of us leave the constant routine. We have 2 weeks left to whip up a visual novel in time for the super manga market. Suki has finished the character designs and has moved on to line art, while October is fooling away the hours at her laptop, happily sketching out melodies for our original soundtrack. As for me, I've been spending my days coding together a custom engine we can use to create our visual novel, while simultaneously working on the script. So technically we've got the most to do. It's a fairly short story. We decided it should be no longer than 40,000 characters. A few hours of playtime, give or take. I honestly don't know how long that would be. When we look at the time, okay, 40,000 characters. How many words do Sakura games usually have? I would have liked to give all of the characters their own individual routes with a lot of unique scenes and branching choices. But there just wasn't enough time. We had to settle on something simpler. A cute, heartwarming, ever so slightly erotic story about a shrine maiden called Tsubaki. That's a good name. Who gets a part-time job at a maid cafe and becomes friends with 2 of the waitresses there. After some discussion, we decided, actually now that I think about it, what does Tsubaki mean? Because Japanese names tend to mean something. Name. Behind the name, okay? Camellia flower. Okay, let's check it. Camellia flower. Shit, that's actually quite a beautiful flower. As I said, Tsubaki is a good name! It really is. After some discussion, we decided it should be a lesbian love story. Yuri, basically. That was my decision, by the way. It was all Suki. With a bit of a clover. I don't really mind. I know how popular Yuri love stories are. I've seen enough porn in my lifetime to confirm that. Not that you can at least call it still pornographic images love stories. Yes, you can. For our visual novel will be pretty short and simple. I think it should be able to shift a few copies. That is, if Suki's art is good enough to market the product. I don't know if anybody will care about the writing. Yeah. I yawned, stretching my arms above my head and stared at the screen of my laptop. I've written the first few scenes now. It's about 3,000 characters. Not bad for a day's work. So, you mean you wanted 40,000? So you need like 30 days to write it. I've come to the scene that introduces Tsubaki and her shrine, but I think I need to delve a little more into the character's psyche. See what really makes her tick. Since I've never lived in a shrine before, I'm not entirely sure how to portray it. I did some research online, but I don't know how great it is. I'll read the introductory scene again. Is it too dry? Are my senses snappy enough? What if there is too much internal monologue? My studies have shown visual novels with fast-paced back and forth dialogue are more popular than those that dwell too much on internal character drama. But since I haven't introduced the other 2 characters yet, there is only so much I can do. What can I do? I bite my lower lip. Thanks to the internet, people nowadays have rather short attention spans. If a story doesn't hook a reader in the first few sentences, they just move on to something else. And that doesn't happen with me, luckily enough. I mean, I always go through all the story of the VNs. Because you never know. Unless it really do look shitty. For now, I think so far, whatever I played of the VNs, I've recorded it. Yeah, I don't think I've played anything outside of YouTube when it comes to VNs. All the information in the world is available at the push of a button. The success of this visual novel depends on the favorable opinions of the general public. But we're fighting for attention against the whole world. Maybe I should ask Suki for advice. She seems more knowledgeable about this stuff than me. And she has lived in a shrine before. I rise from my bed with a sigh. I always sigh whenever I have to get out of bed. Who doesn't? Yeah, I do that too. I mean, not always maybe, but before work, always. When I don't have work, it's a different story. It's a natural human reflex though. I go into the living room and walk up the stairs. I wonder what Suki's room is like. I haven't been there since she moved in. What has she done with the place? I'm curious. Hello? You know, knocking. So I rap my knuckles against the door, but there is no reply. Suki doesn't answer. Hello? I try again. Still no answer. Suki! Another series of knocks and then... Ah! Nekohime! Okay, we haven't seen you in underwear, only underwear before. But you seem to like stripes. Clover pokes her head out around her doorframe. Her ponytail bounces. For some reason she's wearing her underwear. I'm not sure why. Well, it is pretty hot today. I guess I can't blame her. I can't blame her, but I don't think her panties suit her very well. It's making my heart pound a little faster. I'd rather see Suki in her underwear. Okay, the obvious choice. This one. For some reason, looking at her like this is making my heart feel like kind of funny. I don't know why. I've seen Clover in her panties countless times before. In fact, I've even seen her naked! I guess it's because I didn't expect it. Is this what they call a surprise attack? Those panties, while childish, do look kind of cute. What are you talking about? Stripes are not childish. Or maybe they are. Whatever. They look good. Especially the ribbon. Pale blue panties on his... those are stripes, they are not pale blue. On a sunny, happy-go-lucky girl like Clover. It's an interesting contrast. Hey Nekohime, I know I have a sexy body, but you don't have to stare. Yes, I have. Did she just catch me out? Like I'd want to stare at you, I just got distracted. By how cute I am. By how shameless you are. If you must know, I was actually in the middle of important business. Are you looking for Suki? That's right, I wrote the beginning of the story, but I'm not sure where to take it. I want to ask her for some feedback. Oh, that's a great idea. Suki should know a lot about being a shrine maiden. Yeah, well, that's what I was hoping. I think she's out in the garden right now. What is she doing there? She said it was too stuffy in her room to concentrate, so she wanted to go out and get some sunshine. She was wearing her bikini, so she might be sunbathing. Sunbathing? We only have 2 weeks left and she's sunbathing? Hey, I don't blame her. A girl needs to take a break every once in a while. Well, she can. Not when I've been doing so much work. What? You're always so serious, Nekohime. Somebody has to be serious about this. Deadlines are sacred things. If we already have a table booked at Manga Market, we absolutely need to show up. We can't just wring our hands and apologize and say, I'm sorry we didn't make it in time. Wow, you're really committed to this, aren't you? Of course I am! Somebody has to be! But I thought you weren't that invested in making visual novel. I wasn't, but if I decide to start a project, I see it through until the end. We also need to burn the CDs to make physical copies. That takes time! Finishing the digital version of the game just isn't enough. That's right, physical versions are the best thing possible. Wing Cloud, I really hope you will make the physical versions of your games. If so, contact me. I want them all. I don't care I have digital versions. I want physical versions of my shows. Anyway, that will take at least a day. I ran the calculations through my head. It's almost easy. Then we need to go to the manga market and get our store all set up, which will take another day. We'll probably need to print out flyers to advertise our circle and posters to decorate our stall. Something suddenly occurs to me. We don't even have a circle name yet! Maybe we should worry about that after we finish the visual novel. Okay, we can't worry about it. We can't worry about it then. It will be too late. We have so much stuff to think about, and our lead artist is gallivanting off in the garden and sunbathing. I'm going to go and give her a piece of her mind. Oh, this sounds fun. Can I come with you? You can do whatever you want, just don't get in the way. You're so cute when you get happy, Nekohime. What do you mean? Oh, nothing. I'm just happy we have you on board. Project leader. Leader? That's right. You're our leader. I thought Suki was the leader. She's the one who decided we should make a visual novel, but that doesn't mean she's in charge. Nobody's better at bossing people around than you. I don't know how I feel about that. You make it sound like having a strong work ethic is a bad thing. You're just being paranoid, honey. Honey! Yeah! Something warm and soft light and a feather brushes against my cheek. It's Clover's lips. She really did. She kissed me. Now let's go. Our adventures in the great unknown are just beginning. We're just going into our garden. Same thing. But before I go, maybe I'll put on my bikini too. Why? This isn't a trip to the beach. I know. That's why I'm not going to bring my beach ball. Okay. Okay, that's... You have a huge garden, damn it. I need that house. I want it. So, there you are. Hi, Suki. Clover and I find myself lying on her stomach on the grass, wearing a bikini. If you can call it that. Now, that's some shitty ass pattern, if you ask me. Her bikini isn't really a bikini, it's more like a few scraps of cloth, only barely wide enough to cover her most sensitive parts. Yeah, if I say so, Clover's is definitely better. It doesn't really conceal her breasts, but I suppose, okay, the top is okay. The bottom is kind of okay-ish. What I don't like is, you know, the freaking pattern. I don't like it. It doesn't really conceal her breasts, but I suppose it does a decent job at hiding her nipples. So her man is cleaning her butt. A rather large amount of cheek is still on the show, but you can't see that, damn it. I know my underwear is a little too small for me, but I at least don't go prancing around in public like that. Not that Suki is really prancing. She's just lying there, soaking in the sun like a sponge. At least she was until Clover and I dropped by. She gets out of her bed, her breasts bouncing in that poor excuse for a bikini, and gives us an energetic smile. Hey, it's great to see you. Oh, Clover, did you decide to put on a bikini too? That's right. Clover does a small spin in her swimsuit. Her bikini is a bright yellow, like butter. Most Clover's clothes are bright colors, typically reds or yellows, with a bit of an orange thrown here and there for a contrast. Clover's bikini is slightly less obscene than Suki's, but it rides up over her chest, revealing the underside of her breasts. I sigh. Why are the two women I live with so shameless? If I want to live in companions to eat my food and skulk about with their skin exposed, I would buy a cat. I like cats, they are pretty cute. Dogs are better, even if they whine a lot. Clover, your bikini is super adorable. I know, right? I picked it up last summer from this really fancy store in Ginza. Oh, Ginza, that's where all the rich people shop. I know, it was on sale and I just had to get it. You made a good choice. Suki gives Clover thumbs up of approval. And as for you, Nekohime. She turns her attention to me. She looks me up and down, critically, her fingers beneath her chin. Why are you wearing on a bikini on this lovely day? Because we're in the garden! What's the point of wearing bikini in the garden? To work on our sundance. But it's shameless. Why is it shameless? They're called swimsuits for reasons. You wear them when you go swimming. Don't get so hung up on technicalities. Technicalities are important. What's the point in wearing a swimsuit when there is nowhere to swim? There are no large bodies of water in my garden. But I have a pretty nice body, don't you think? Suki strikes pose. She runs a hand through her hair and purses her lips seductively. I turn my head, trying to hide my flustered face. I don't know about that. Come on, Nekohime, what do you think? Clover started doing it too. Those girls, they're such a bad influence on each other. Who do you think is most attractive? Well... Oh shit. Suki, Clover, me. Both of you. God damn it. I mean, technically, no matter how you look at it, it looks like actually Clover is the one that spends more time sunbathing. I mean, her skin is already sunbathed. Suki is plain white. Same for our main MC here. But in all honesty, I've got to go with Clover. I think Clover looks the best. Oh, really? Clover smiles happily, running a hand through her hair. Thanks, you look cute too. But we have more important things to worry about right now. I glance about the garden. It's a pretty nice garden, actually. It's spacious, with a lot of green grass, and a few flowers dotted here and there. In the background, I can hear the hum of the cicadas, of course, cicadas, and the twittering of the birds. Birds. It's peaceful. At least it would be peaceful if I didn't have to deal with Suki. You should get back inside and get to work! But I've only been out here 5 minutes. More like half an hour. It's fine. Taking a break won't kill me. No, but it will kill any chances we have of releasing something in time for manga market. Wow, you're more fired up about this than I imagined. Clover giggles. Nekohime is like a geyser. She looks flat and uninteresting on the outside, but when she gets worked up, she gets really hot and passionate. I'm not flat. Well, I wouldn't know. You're not wearing a bikini like us. Come on, you can clearly see she's not. Why do you want me to wear a bikini so much? I think you need to work on your tan. Your skin is so pale. You're not the one to talk. Just like a person though. Some people might consider it a selling point, but if you get any whiter, you will look like you have a terminal illness. I like my skin just the way it is. Thank you very much. But you've been shut up inside for far too long. You have to get some fresh air, or you will wither away. She's right, Nekohime. We're saying this because we care about you. And we want to see your sexy body in a bikini. But the deadline! Come on, Nekohime. Suki's pouting. I wish she wouldn't pout. Leave a little. I can't afford to leave until the deadlines have been met. Well. A smirk curls at the corner of Suki's lips. I don't like that smirk. I think I like it even less than her pout. It bodes well. If you refuse to have fun of your own volition, I'll have to make you have fun by your force. What do you mean by that exactly? What do I mean? I mean... this! Groping. Wait, what the hell are you doing? All of a sudden, Suki has the garden hose in her manicured hands. The hose is snaked around her body, poking out between her ample breasts. And the nozzle is pointed right at my face. Yeah! I hiss and leap back in alarm, but it's too late. The water soaks me to the bone. My jacket clings my arms. My shirt sticks to my chest. The pleats of my skirt drip water slowly, very slowly, down my face. I'm wet from the tip to toe. Even my bra and panties feel wet. I glare at Suki from beneath my dripping bangs. Why would you do that?
Why not? It's fun.
But you've ruined my clothes.
I guess I have.
Suki giggles. She doesn't apologize. The hose pipe is still pinched between her cleavage. I'm not sure why. Who is she even trying to impress? The birds twittering in the trees? She pulls her tongue out of her mouth seductively and laps at some of the water coming from the tip of the hose.
If your clothes are wet, Nekohime, maybe you should go inside and get changed.
Into what? I don't think I have any clean clothes. I'm a bit of a sloth, so I let my laundry pile up. I only clean my clothes once every 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, I would like to see you in a bikini.
Why?
You're a real cute girl. I bet you look even cuter the fewer clothes you wear.
Is that true?
It's scientifically proven.
By what school of science exactly?
The University of Eroticism?
That's not a real university.
Don't worry about it so much, Nekohime.
I always worry. Somebody has to. My whole body is racked with shivers. I sneeze. Though it's warm outside, my damp clothes are slowly sapping my body of heat. The water from that garden hose really was cold. If I don't get changed soon, I might calm down with some kind of sickness that would really scupper our progress.
Nekohime, stop being so stubborn and just go get changed.
I sneeze again. All things considered, this day was not as productive as it could have been.
I just can't believe it.
I sit on the edge of Clover's bed in my underwear, silently seething. Sorry for a sec. I sit on Clover's bed in my underwear, silently seething. Let me not being that silent. Pouting a fish a stuffed toy from the bed and give it a tight hug. Clover loves stuffed toys, as you can see actually. There are cute pillows of multiple shapes strewn across her bed, and loads of misshapen plush toys from various magical girl anime. The toys don't have proper hands or feet, instead they have little felt stumps. Clover says they're cute, but I think they're kind of disturbing. I guess we all have different preferences.
Hey, Nekohime!
Clover spins about on her swivel chair and casts me a curious glance.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I'm in a bad mood.
Well, I could tell that much.
She giggles.
You really are like a cat.
What do you mean?
You hate getting wet?
That's not true. I have a shower every other day. I don't shower every day, of course. What? That would be overkill.
What? That would not be
Please shower every day.
I think you should thank Suki.
Why? For ruining my outfit?
She didn't ruin it. Just a bit of water, Nekohime.
But the jacket was my favorite.
I know, you wear it all the time. When do you even ever find the time to wash it?
I do wash it, sometimes.
Ouch!
Clover pulls a face.
I thought you were starting to smell.
I don't smell.
You will if you always wear the same clothes and forget to take showers. Unlike a cat, you can't lick yourself clean.
Whatever.
Hey, so pouty. Since you are waiting for your jacket to dry, do you wanna wear any of my clothes?
I glance at Clover's wardrobe dubiously. I hate clothes shopping and I order most of my clothes online. My wardrobe is tiny, with only a few items of clothing. Clover, on the other hand, loves buying new outfits. But most of the outfits she favors can be worn outside. Her tight underboob shirt is one such an example. She has even crazier clothes inside her wardrobe too. I know, I've seen them. She loves cosplay, and she has loads of skimpy outfits, schoolgirl uniforms, and idol costumes and nurse dresses. Clover's wardrobe is very interesting. Half of it is devoted to her cosplay items, and the other half is very plain and respectable, mostly beige shirts and floral dresses. The divide between her life as a gaming addict and her life as an elementary school teacher is quite large. I think I'm fine.
Are you sure? I have lots of cute clothes that will suit you.
Like what?
I think you'd look really nice as a maid, or a magical girl, or a shrine maiden.
Forget it. I'd rather skulk around in my underwear than try on ridiculous outfits like that. My underwear might not be the most distinguished of clothes, but it's better than cosplay. Okay, I'd say you have a freaking sexy underwear, but...
Well, if you're gonna be like that, I can always make you feel more comfortable.
What do you mean?
Just a sec!
I watch eyes narrow as Chloe pulls her shirt over her head and wriggles out of her skirt. In less than a second, she's wearing her bra and panties. Well, it's not like I haven't seen those before today. Why did you do that?
So you don't feel left out!
But your clothes didn't get wet. You don't need to take them off.
I know that, but I wanted to keep you company.
Well, thanks, I guess.
It's no problem.
Trouble smiles brightly and flashes a peace sign.
So, are you annoyed at Suki?
Yes, I am. She had no right to spray me with water like that. She didn't even say sorry. How can she afford to launch her out when we have a deadline coming up?
Don't be so stuffy, Nekohime. Suki's a hard worker.
How do you know?
We've been playing most together for a few years. She always took it seriously.
But you've never walked with her before, have you?
No, I haven't, but I trust her.
I don't.
You don't trust anybody.
How can I? She tricked her grandmother into filling her laptop with rice. Don't laugh, it was funny, it was a huge pain.
Are you sure it wasn't even a tiny bit of music?
Well, maybe a tiny bit, but that's beside the point. How do you know she'll be able to deliver on time?
I don't think she's the kind of person who will let us down. She's had a strict upbringing. The merits of responsibility and hard work were beaten to her at an early age. Quite literally. Suki told me when she made any mistakes while she was practicing her calligraphy, her grandma would hit the back of her knuckles with a wooden ruler.
That's how it should be in current life now. It's not like that, unfortunately. You do something like that and you end up in jail. It shouldn't be like that. I mean, mostly the kids that are like no stress upbringing are fucking pains in the asses. That sounds pretty intense. That's even more intense than my parents, and they were incredibly strict about my grades.
I know, right? It makes me glad my family is so sweet.
Chloe is from a huge family. She has 4 older brothers, and she's the only daughter. Because of that, her parents spoiled her. So did her grandparents. Plus, she has a whole slew of aunts and uncles. I've never met her family, but from what she's told me, they sound very warm and friendly. They still send her money every single New Year's, even though she's in her 20s. Nice.
That's why I'm saying you shouldn't worry. Suki's a good girl, I can guarantee it.
Well, I feel my resolve wavering.
But if you're not happy with the amount of work she's put in, you can always talk to her about it.
Do you think I should?
Yeah, complain to me once of anything, will it?
I sigh, leaning back against the headboard of Clover's bed. You might have a point.
I always do. It's one of the first things you learn when you become an elementary school teacher!
What?
If 2 of the children have a disagreement, you should make them talk about it.
Funny how she evolves those rules with adults. But, well, it is true. You sometimes need to use children's rules on adults and it will work out. Because adults are big children, kind of. Never.
That way any misunderstanding can be cleared up and all grievances can get ironed out.
This isn't elementary school, you know. But it might work, you know.
I know, but the same basic principles apply.
We're grown women, Clover.
That's true, but people don't mature as much as they think. Kids always get into arguments about silly things. As adults, we can look down them and say they are being petty. But aren't grown-ups the same? We argue a lot about silly things too. We just tell ourselves it's different because we're so much older. But at the end of the day, we're all humans.
Whoa. For a few seconds, you almost sounded smart.
I'm smart! From now on, you should call me a Professor Matsuoka!
That would be Clover's family name. Her full name is Matsuoka Chika. I've known her true name for a long time, but I'm sorry, but I can't accept that.
Oh, why not?
I smile, pushing my glass up the bridge of my nose. No matter what you say, you'll always be Clover to me. And alright, let's end the episode here. We'll see where this is going in the next one. For now, hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you tomorrow. I need stuff to do, so yeah, hope to see you tomorrow. Bye bye.